In this video, we're going to look at topic 3, example 1, where we solve equations with a variable on both sides. So we're going to look at parts A and B, and in part A, they say, what is the value of x in the equation shown? Before we even get started with this, it's important to note that a lot of times there are multiple ways to solve these equations, whether it's combining like terms, undoing operations, there's different sequences you can go through. And with each sequence, as long as you follow, protocols and undoing operations or combining like terms the right way, you'll get the correct answer. So know that the method that I go through might not be the only way to do each specific problem, and I'll kind of touch on some other things that you could have done maybe differently than what I did in this example. So let's start with part A. What is the value of x in the equation shown? So we have 3x minus 10 plus 4x equals negative 2 times the quantity x minus 4 plus 9. First thing I'm going to do is distribute this negative 2. Now, again, that doesn't have to be the first step, but for me, that's what I'm going to do in this problem. So 3x minus 10 plus 4x will stay the same. And when I distribute that, I get negative 2x plus 8 plus 9. I'm just trying to get rid of parentheses as soon as I can. So from here, I want to start combining like terms if I can. You could also start moving things from the left to the right side and undoing operations, but it's a good idea to combine terms on the same side before you start moving things around. So I'm going to look at this 3x and this 4x. Those are like terms, so I'll put those together. 3x plus 4x would be 7x. The minus 10 just comes down. And on the right side, I have 8 and 9 are like terms, so I'm going to add those up. So I get negative 2x plus 17. Now on the left, I have 7x and minus 10. Those are unlike terms, so I can't put those together. And on the right, I have negative 2x plus 17. Again, unlike terms, so I cannot put those together. So now I'm going to start undoing operations and moving things from the left to the right or from the right to the left. First, I'm going to move all of my x values to the left side. So I'm going to take this minus 2x and I'm going to add it to the other side. And make sure you note that it's a minus 2x, so that's why we're adding it, and you're not going by this symbol here. Okay, that plus 17, think of it as it belongs to the 17. So we're going to add 2x to each side. And I'm going to add that 2x to its like term, so I get 9x minus 10 is equal to 17. And now this is a problem that we're pretty familiar with and shouldn't have too much trouble with. So we're going to add 10. 9x would be equal to 27. And then we could divide both sides by 9 and get x equals 3. Be a good idea to plug that 3 back in and check to make sure that it works. But we're going to say that we went through the right steps here, and x does in fact equal 3. Remember, you could have done other steps first. I could have combined my like terms on the left side before I started distributing. It's up to you which process you follow. Just follow the rules and you'll get the problem correct. So let's take a look at part B. This time they're just asking for the value of n in the equation shown. We have 1/2 times the quantity n minus 4 minus 7 is equal to negative 2n plus 6. Now, here's a problem where I'm not going to distribute first. One, because I have a fraction, and I don't want to create a fraction if I don't have to, more fractions if I don't have to. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move this 7 over to the opposite side and try to start to isolate that term that has that fraction mixed in there. So this is 1/2 times n minus 4, which would be equal to negative 2n plus 13. Now, I have two choices, and we kind of covered this in the last topic and topic 2. We can distribute this 1/2, or we can get rid of it. It's your choice which one you do. In this problem, I am going to get rid of that. To do that, I'm going to multiply by its reciprocal, 2 over 1, or just 2. And remember, whatever you do to one side of the equation, you have to make sure you do to the other. So these are going to cancel one another out. I'm left with n minus 4, and then this 2 gets distributed. You want to multiply that entire right side by that 2. So we get negative 4n plus 26. Now on the left side I have unlike terms, on the right side I have unlike terms, so I'm going to start undoing operations and moving terms from left to right or right to left. I like moving my variables to the left whenever possible, so I'm going to add 4n. Keep in mind that this is a 1n here, so we have n plus 4n, that would be 5n, minus 4 is equal to 26, and now we should know what to do here. We would add 4 to both sides, 5n is equal to 30, and we would divide by 5, so n would be equal to 6. Again, it would be a good idea to check your answer to make sure that when you plug that 6 in, both sides are balanced and equal to one another of the equation, but that's the right answer, so we're going to go with that. And just remember, I've said it a couple times already, there are multiple ways to do each of these two problems. As long as you follow, algebraic methods and algebraic reasoning, you will get these right. Just be careful of when you combine like terms and when you're undoing operations. But once again, there are multiple ways to solve each of these. Give the try it problems a go and see how you do.